you need direct access to as you go about your lives, whether that be your personal life, your work life, or in some cases both. Here you can see I have access to some of the different applications through these things we refer to as tiles. And if I scroll through here, you can see that some of these tiles give me access to what we refer to as hubs. You can think of those as places where we bring in some content as well as data from a variety of services across the web. Some of these tiles are even live, so they're actually updating in real time with some of that fresh information. If I go ahead and scroll down here, one of the first applications I want to show you is Internet Explorer. We focused a lot on creating a great web browsing experience on Windows Phone 7 series. Let me go ahead and select Internet Explorer here, and you'll notice that we have a website loaded here, which is the TechEd Middle East website, a site that many of you in the room are probably familiar with already, where you registered for the event and you can view sessions and so forth. Well, because this is a multi-touch device, we've taken some of the capabilities that exist with Windows 7 multi-touch, and we're extending them to the device. So I can do some common things like go ahead and just zoom in on text here, pan around and kind of take a look at some of the text. But I can also do things like bring up multiple browsers. So you'll notice here that I have both an Amazon page as well as a TechEd page loaded with Internet Explorer, and I can easily flip between the two. So if I go back to this page, what I want to also show you is how we can bring some of those applications, like Internet Explorer, back to that start experience. What I'll do here is I'll just go ahead and pull up the application bar, and I'll select the option Pin to Start. And this will give me the ability to just take a snapshot of that website and go ahead and put it on my start experience. If I go back to the start screen and just scroll down here, you'll notice that I've actually pinned down a snapshot of that application. But what's interesting is that this is, again, a live tile. So we'll get updates as that website is updated. What I can also do, though, is go ahead and customize this experience. So let me just go ahead and put this in edit mode. And you'll notice that I can drag and drop and rearrange those tiles to personalize this for however I need to function as I go about my life. The next thing I want to show you is how we're integrating other applications like Bing Search. Every Windows Phone 7 series device will include a hardware button that brings up search. What I'll go ahead and do is just select that right now, and you'll notice that I have the Bing home screen of the day, the picture of the day. I'll also have the ability to go in here and just type in a search query and pull in local news as well as web-based search results. Let me go ahead and go back to the start screen. So I've talked a little bit about some of these hubs. What I want to do in the next few minutes is actually walk you through a few of these, starting with the People Hub. People are kind of essential to every Windows Phone experience and every mobile experience. And what you can see here from the People Hub is that I have linked this phone with my Facebook account. And so I'm able to pull in information such as the contacts from Facebook. If I actually scroll through here, you can see that I can also get some what's new information, so some updates that are occurring on Facebook, or in some cases even Windows Live as well. If I go back here, you can see that I have a few of the recent contacts. And so I've been interacting with my wife and with David Aiken. Looks like David's not having the best day today, as well as some other folks like Drew Robbins. So Drew's going to be here at the conference and doing a few of the demos. So I think I'm probably going to have to chat with him a few times. Let me go ahead and select Drew's contact information and pull that up. And so it looks like Drew's actually prepping for the keynote right now, and I have a few different actions I can do in context with his user account. What I want to go ahead and do is just go ahead and mark him as a favorite. And if I go back to the start screen and scroll down, you'll see that I have a new live tile that's been added with direct access to Drew's contact information. The next hub I want to show you is how we're bringing games into the Windows Phone 7 series experience. So what we're doing is we're taking Xbox and Xbox Live, and we're going to be able to provide single and multiplayer games on this device. So I can scroll through here, see some of the games that are available. I can also see some updates that are available from Xbox Live. New game updates, new content I can go and download, and maybe even my achievements or my avatar that's linked with my Xbox Live account. If I go back to the start screen, the third hub I want to show you here is actually the Photos Hub. And again, we focused a lot on creating a great photo experience on Windows Phone 7 series.